in times of utter darkness. I begin in the name of the one who allows our hearts to grieve loss and pain, while standing against what seems to be ceaseless oppression. As through the pain, our hearts remain assured that the ultimate just will wrest his justice sooner or later, in accordance with his divine wisdom. I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians on the land on which we meet today, the Wangal people, not as a simple means of formalities, but as a genuine recognition of the impact land has on its traditional custodians, as well as the custodians have on the land. The traditional owners of the lands we call home today too greatly resemble the traditional custodians of the land of Palestine, who have been forcibly expelled from their homes in the ongoing genocide. The attachment to land of the traditional custodians was also highlighted and witnessed in the recent return of thousands of displaced people in southern Lebanon, as they returned to ruins and utter destruction, yet were happy to set up camp on the land they call home. My name is Julie Karaki, and I will be your MC for this evening. I would like to welcome each and every one of you to our Lebanon Fundraiser, as we gather in pain, yet strength, to rebuild and support the resilient people of Lebanon. I would like to thank each and every one of you for taking some time out on your Sunday afternoon to focus on uplifting the community and providing strength and hope in times of darkness. To bless this evening's event, we will commence with the recitation of the Holy Quran, as we draw strength from its teachings and patience from its wisdom. Please welcome.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. I have to admit that this presentation that I'll be doing tonight or this afternoon is a unique one for me. And I hope this will be the last one that I will be talking on behalf of South Lebanon, because I was born there, in light of the tragedy that took place recently. So some of my words might be a bit raw, so take it easy with me. Usually the land in which we're born have a special significance in our hearts. Is it because of the memories or because of something else? Not many people know. Even the Prophet ﷺ, when he migrated to Medina, when someone used to come back from Mecca and start talking to him about Mecca, the Prophet's eyes used to tear, and he used to ask them about the flowers and the birds and the different aspects that were going on in Mecca. There is, at one stage, some sort of spiritual, physical connection with the land on which we're born, probably because we drank its water, we ate its food, we breathed the air from that part of the world. And this is, And this is exactly how I feel this time. So I'll start with my talk, trying to share some of the feelings I had during the recent tragedy in Lebanon. Before I start, I'd like to ask you, audience, to recite the Fatiha for the Holy Prophet, his purified progeny, and the souls of all the mu'mineen and the innocent people who were brutally killed in Lebanon and all over the world. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. I begin my talk tonight by offering my deepest gratitude to each one of you for being here, for your willingness to listen to me tonight. and for your commitment to make a difference, because each one of you is here to make a difference. We are here tonight because we can't and will not turn away from the suffering of our people. We are here to answer a call for humanity, justice, and mercy. We cannot discuss what happened without highlighting and acknowledging the relentless and disproportionate nature of the recent Israeli offensive. These acts of aggression had not only destroyed infrastructure and shattered lives and livelihoods. The world has witnessed neighbors obliterated, hospitals overwhelmed, and the schools reduced to ashes. Countless children have been robbed of the embrace of a loving parent, and too many parents have lost their beloved children. Lives have been shattered, and futures have been permanently scarred. The vicious war will leave scars for generations to come. Although I lived through the 2006 Israeli aggression, I was back home with my 10-year-old daughter. We had to flee down to Beirut, then to Syria back then, and fly back to Sydney. The recent offensive has been even more brutal, relentless, and devastating. My family's accounts of fleeing South Lebanon to a safer place, the bombings that struck my village, Shebiyeh, and the devastating footage of entire villages like Mhaybib, Kfar Kila, Aitarun, Daise, and Rami, and others, near the Lebanese-Palestinian border, reduced to rubble, reveal a grim and harrowing reality. So far, around 4,000 people lost their lives, including 230 children, with more than 16,000 people injured during these hostilities. Around 1 million people have been displaced due to the genocide that's spilled over to Lebanon, leading to a severe humanitarian crisis. Sometimes, as all of you, I guess, we are at a loss of words in the face of such immense tribulations. I struggle sometimes to understand and comprehend the depth of hatred and violence. I feel hope slipping away. But then I remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might push you off the cliff sometimes so that you can rest in His soft palms. In Quranic language, Allah says to us, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. With hardship, there is relief. Indeed, with hardship, there is relief. And indeed, amidst this darkness and suffering, the people of Lebanon and their friends and supporters display a resilience that inspires us all. This is not just a struggle for survival. It is a fight for justice, dignity, and the right to live in peace on our ancestral land. The solidarity and support of the Lebanese diaspora are more critical now than ever. And we stand united against oppression and to live in a just world. Our brothers and sisters in Lebanon are fighting a daily battle for survival, and they look to us, their extended family across the world, for support. For many of us, Lebanon is more than just a place on the map. It is the soil that nurtured our parents, the stories that shaped our childhood, and the heritage that flows through our veins. I remember running barefoot through the narrow streets of my village, Shebiyeh, stopping by the old shopkeeper to buy some colorful nuts as we call him, Dami. Those simple and joyful experiences shaped who I am today. Those vibrant streets that used to be full of people are eerily empty, and many familiar faces are gone forever. I also recall picking grapes, olives, and fig with my grandmother from vines and trees that had withstood storms and wars for generations, yet continue to bear fruit. These trees symbolize the strength and resilience of Lebanese people. Even for those who have never walked its streets, Lebanon's spirit, its endurance, beauty, and courage lives within you. I'd like to conclude with thanking you, all of you, one by one, not only for being here, but also for making dua in your quiet times, even when you only whisper a word to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your generosity and compassion. I know that times are challenging for many of us, but the strength of our community lies in our willingness to give, to support, and to uplift one another. And this is why I'm very proud to be a member of this community. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramadan, for those heartfelt words. And you started your speech by saying, I hope it's the last time I talk about South Lebanon in this context. I dearly pray for that too, and I hope it's the first time that you can speak on behalf of the South Lebanese to many more people in the world so they become more acquainted of who we are and what we stand for, inshallah, for his well-being and continuous health. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. We'll now take a short break and entrees will be served. Please enjoy, and we'll reconvene in about 10 minutes. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل. I hope you've enjoyed your entrees, and I'm very aware that some of the last tables are still receiving theirs. But if we can have your attention again, please, so we can continue with the remainder of the program. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. As we ponder over the stark hypocrisy that the world has demonstrated over the last 14 months, so too have our children. Questioning why children in Gaza and Lebanon have not been protected, I would now like to welcome the Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister of Ar-Rahman College, Mohsen Mouladina and Wafa Khalil, to address the audience on this topic. Please welcome them with salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Peace, a right in this world that everyone deserves, especially children who enter this world full of hope. They come into a world meant to be filled with dreams and possibilities, brighter and better than the darkness they knew in their mother's womb. Yet, for some children, the world is far from that promise. The harsh realities they face might make them wish they had stayed in that safety, close to their mothers. This is a heartbreaking truth for many children, especially those in the Middle East. My name is Mohsen Mouladina and this is Wafa Khalil, and we are honored to represent Ar-Rahman College as Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister of the Student Representative Council.
We stand before you to discuss something deeply important, the rights of the children, as outlined in the United Nations Convention on the Right of the Children. This convention is a powerful reminder that children, no matter where they are, deserve safety, dignity, and hope.
While it contains 54 articles, we want to focus on 4 that are especially relevant today. Let us reflect on these rights and the heartbreaking reality for children in Lebanon.
Article 9 declares that children must not be separated from their families. But what do we see in Lebanon? I'll tell you what we see. Children's families torn apart by Israeli soldiers, left to face a terrifying, lonely world filled with despair. Take Nathalie, a 7-year-old girl living in constant fear of being bombed, terrified that her family might die, leaving her alone and homeless.
Article 28 states that every child has the right to an education. Yet in Lebanon, this right is under constant threat. Ghazel, a 9-year-old girl, hopes her school survives the bombing because, as she says, it's where I grew up and my future is there. It's heartbreaking to see Israel not only destroying the country, but also the future of its children.
Article 9 states that every child has the right to life, and governments must ensure their survival and development. Yet Muhammad, a 13-year-old boy, has endured unimaginable trauma. He watched in horror as 6 rockets fell nearby, while he stood outside, crying and trying to make sense of the chaos. A child already in shock, left with the scars of a near-death experience.
Children deserve to be kept safe and protected. If we ever feel afraid, we have our parents and teachers to keep us safe. If there is a bad storm outside, our parents comfort us until it passes. If there is a threat at school, the principal organizes a lockdown or evacuation. Imagine what it's like in a war zone. Article 38 tries to protect these children. It states children in war zones should receive special protection. These children are under constant threat and are seeking refuge. As a child myself, I know that there is no place like home. It is where I feel the safest and can completely be myself. At the moment, thousands of children across Lebanon don't have a place to call home.
We urge you to reflect on our privileges of being citizens of Australia, living in peace and tranquility. We must ask ourselves, why did Allah choose Nathalie, Ghazal or Muhammad? It could have been me or Mohsen. More importantly, why did Allah choose us to be here tonight? Perhaps we were chosen to help these children. Now is the time to step up and make a difference.
Thank you, Mohsen and Wafa, for that thought-provoking speech. May you grow to take your voices to the places that will inspire and initiate change for our next generations. For their growth and well-being, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Being different by nature, we express ourselves differently. Some of us like to write, some like to protest, some like to journal, some like to speak, some like to sit in silence, and some like to write poetry. Tonight we're going to hear from some of the students at Imam Hassan Center's Madrasa who have put together some powerful composed words, and they're going to share them with us today. Can I please ask you to welcome Brother Zain Jaffrey and Sister Farmeen Rizvi to the stage with Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I know they're here because I've seen them. There they are. There's no blessing greater than salawat, so I'm sure we can recite one more by the time they make it up.
Can we all take a moment to reflect on our dreams? Think about the ambition that keep you going, what you strive for, your visions of success and happiness. The other day, I was mindlessly scrolling on my phone, going through videos when one stopped me. It was an interview of a Palestinian children standing amidst the rubble of their broken streets. The journalist asked them a simple question: what is your dream? Nothing special. But it was their answers that left everyone's hearts heavy. They said, I dream of having some bread, a sandwich. Another added, I dream of hugging my brother once again. I really miss him. I dream of my father coming back, a place to sleep. These aren't dreams of luxury or ambition. They are basic necessities: food, family, safety. Needs that many of us never have to question. Yet, even they remain out of reach, and somehow we fail to fulfill the humble dream of a child dreaming of eating a sandwich. While we sit in comfort, they sit in fear. Their dreams lie just under the rubble, buried under the weight of a world that looks away. As I hear their voices, I can't help but ask myself, when did I become so numb? How can I continue to live so comfortably while these children dream of only the barest necessities? None of you truly believe until he wished for his brother what he wishes for himself. I can never forget these words. If I truly believe in these words, how can I be at peace knowing these children's dreams remain unfulfilled? These are our brothers and sisters. When they suffer, we should feel the pain too. Yet we sit comfortably while they sit on the rubble, clinging onto scraps of hope. Can we imagine their pain? Imagine being a child, waking up every day in fear, wondering if you're going to make it through the day. Imagine watching your friends disappear but not understanding why, because your innocent mind can't even grasp the concept of death or loss. Or imagine that you could, because your childhood was stripped away from you. Imagine hearing the constant echoes of bombs and cries of mothers and fathers crying over the bodies of their children, wondering if that's going to be you next. Imagine wondering what peace feels like, what peace sounds like. Truth is, you don't want to imagine, but neither do these children. You see the believers as regard their being merciful among themselves and showing love among themselves and being kind, resembling one body, so that any part of that body is not well, then the whole body shares the sleepiness and fever with it. The words of our beloved prophet. Our faith, our humanity binds us together. When they ache, we ache. When they cry out, we should feel that pain too. The people of Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, Palestine, and Iraq, they're not just statistics or distant figures. They are us. Their tears are the tears we would cry for ourselves. But here we sit as their voices grow softer. We are all part of one body. When any part of that body suffers, we cannot look away. It is our duty to wish for them what we wish for ourselves: security, health, life, and love. We owe them more than just our sympathy. We owe them our voices, actions, and our dedication to a future where their dreams are not just distant hopes or wishes, but reality. Let our hearts break until they move us into action, until their cries are answered, and until they too can live in peace. Because only then we would have truly fulfilled our duty, and only then we would have shown that our voices, that we are not just voices, but a living embodiment of justice, compassion, unity, and Islam. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I would like to discuss with you some matters about Palestine, and I wrote this poem which is in Urdu and also has some translation for English as well. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Subah jab utha, khabar padi Gaza ki. When I woke up this morning, I read the news about Gaza. Dil bhar aaya, aankhon mein nami ho gayi. My heart filled with sorrow, my eyes welled up with tears. Gaza ki galiyan, jahan khelte the bacche. The streets of Gaza, where children used to play. Ab sunsan hai, wahan sirf khamoshi bachi, are now desolate. Only silence remains. Har taraf dhamake, har taraf cheekho pukar. Explosions everywhere, cries and screams all around. Na jaane kab khatam hoga, na jaane kab khatam hogi ye zulm ki takrar. I wonder when this cycle of oppression will end. Bachon ke khwab, maa ki duaein sab chura liye gaye. Children's dreams and mothers' wishes and prayers have all been stolen. Pyaron ki yaadein, apnon se duri, sab chheen liye gaye. Memories of loved ones, separation from dear ones, everything was taken away. Kahan gaye wo haste chehre, kahan wo khushiyon ke pal. Where have those smiling faces gone? Where are those moments of joy? Ab har dil mein dard, har aankh mein gham se nami. Now every heart is filled with pain, every eye with tears of sorrow. Main yahan dur baitha, bebas aur lachar. I sit here far away, helpless and powerless. Sochta hoon kaise pahunchaun un tak apna pyar. Wondering how I can send them my love. Na haath mein taqat, na alfaz mein asar. No power in my hands, no influence in my words. Sirf dua hai jo mangta hoon shaam o sahar. Har pal. Only prayers I offer every moment, day and night. Ay Allah, sabko aman de, sabki hifazat kar. Oh Allah, grant peace to everyone, protect them all. Har dil mein khushi bhar de, har gham ko dur kar de. Fill every heart with joy, remove every sorrow. Wo waqt aayega jab insaf ka bol bala hoga. May the time come when justice prevails. Har taraf amn ho aur roshni ka ujala ho. May there be peace everywhere and light all around. Al-Ajal, Ya Imam Al-Ajal. Hasten, O Imam, hasten. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Thank you to Brother Zain and Sister Farmin for those beautiful words from the heart. There's nothing more joyous than to see our youth come forward and embody not only their abilities and passions and talents, but to be incorporated within their Islamic identity, mashallah. Watching Brother Zain and Sister Farmin present just brought something to my mind. And it reminded me that these things we call countries and borders and maps were drawn by the human being. And there's a great exemplar figure, one of the noble companions, one of the noblest companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, known as Salman al-Farsi, who was on a journey and quest his entire life for the truth. And it took him to different lands and different spaces. And at the end, towards the end of his life, after accepting Islam, coming from an Arab heritage, it's very important for us to know, who are you the son of? Ibn Man, bint Man. When he would be asked, who are you the son of? His response would be, I am Salman, the son of Islam from the children of Adam. And having these two lovely youth come forward, although they're not from a Lebanese heritage, but they feel the pain and their words echo our very feelings. This is the idea and the embodiment of what we call the Islamic Ummah. Jazakum Allah khair al-jaza, and I think they deserve a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Our next speaker has become one of our real homegrown leaders of the community. He addresses concerns, particularly that are real for our youth, and he's working very hard in advancing our community through knowledge and understanding. Please welcome the resident Sheikh of Imam Hassan Center, Sheikh Muhammad Abbas Verji, with a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. To my respected scholars, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I've been asked to say a few words about the spirit of charity in our Islamic tradition. And it's quite ironic because I stand in front of a community who has already embodied this particular spirit. So please bear with me. But inshallah, the hope is by sharing one verse from the Holy Quran and one beautiful story from the life of our sixth Holy Imam, we can further inspire ourselves to act in the cause for which we have gathered. So the verse that I'd like to share with yourselves is found in Surah Al-Hashr, which is chapter 59 of the Holy Quran, and it's ayah or verse number 7, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala highlights a very special feature about a community that was living in Medina at the time of the Holy Prophet. It is the people of Medina who had shown affection, compassion, concern, and provided generous support towards another group of believers who had migrated to them from Mecca. And the reason for this migration for the inhabitants of Mecca was that the believers in Mecca were living under very difficult circumstances. They had suffered persecution, they had suffered oppression, they were victims of injustice, they were displaced from their homes, and therefore they migrated to Medina. When the people of Medina received this community of believers from Mecca, they provided them not only with basic necessities of life, but they also provided them with a startup kit to start off their lives, to resume their lives in Medina. But it wasn't this particular action that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has highlighted in Surah Al-Hashr. Instead, it was the spirit with which the people of Medina assisted their brothers and their community of believers from Makkah. What was this spirit? The people of Medina did not only support the people of Makkah because they were affluent individuals. The inhabitants of Medina did not only support the people of Makkah because they had surplus. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala highlights is that the people of Medina gave and sacrificed and preferred the community of believers from Makkah, even though they themselves were in need of the things that they were sacrificing for the people of Makkah. So it is this altruistic spirit, this self-sacrifice that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala highlights in the people of Medina, that even though they were in need, when they saw the people of Makkah, they sacrificed whatever they were in need of for their brothers and sisters who had migrated to them from Makkah. So my respected brothers and sisters, allow me to extend this particular incident in history to our present situation at the moment. Here living in Sydney, we do have this beautiful opportunity to also become divine recipients or recipients of this divine praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we have heard the desperate calls of our brothers and sisters who have been displaced, who are desperately in need of these basic necessities. And we too need whatever we are going to sacrifice. But like the people of Medina, they preferred their brothers and sisters over themselves. So inshallah, I'm hoping that inshallah this can serve as a small inspiration, that we can try and emulate this particular spirit that has been praiseworthy in the Holy Quran. This was the first story. The second thing that I'd like to share with yourselves is a beautiful story of a person from Jabal Amil. It's quite ironic that he was also a person from South Lebanon, and he was a lover of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. So he used to come from South Lebanon yearly on an annual basis to meet Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam in Medina. And the reason why he would come to Medina is to perform the annual pilgrimage. He was quite an affluent individual, he was a wealthy person, and he would make the trip all the way to Medina. And every time that he would come to Medina, he would be accommodated by the sixth holy Imam, Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam. There was one time that he comes to Medina, and he hands Imam Sadiq alayhi salam a lot of money, requesting the Imam to buy him a house in Medina. He says to Imam that I have been inconveniencing you all these past years, and now I want my own place in Medina, so when I come for Hajj, I have a place to stay. Imam alayhi salam gave him a nod, according to this report that we have. The following year, when this person comes back to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, the first question that he asks his beloved Imam is, have you purchased this house that I had given you the money for? And Imam alayhi salam hands him the title deed for the property. And this is what I would like to share with yourselves as, inshallah, a source of inspiration. This is the writing of our sixth holy Imam, the title deed that this person from Jabal Amil reads. It says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I begin in the name of Allah, the most kind, the most merciful. هذا ما اشترى جعفر بن محمد لفلان ابن فلان الجبلي. This is what Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq, the sixth Imam, has bought for this individual from Jabal Amil. اشترى له دارا في الفردوس. Imam Sadiq says that I have bought you a house, not in Medina, but I have purchased you a house in paradise. And then the title deed describes the property that this individual has in paradise. حدها الأول, the first boundary of your property in paradise, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam is sharing a common border with the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Wal haddu thani Amirul Mu'mineen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Wal haddu thalith Al-Hasan ibn Ali. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. And wal haddu rabi Al-Hussein ibn Ali. So this person from Jabal Amir looks at this, tears were flowing down his cheeks. He kisses the letter and he says, may my life be sacrificed for you, O my Imam. Imam alayhi salam says to him that the money that you had given me, I know of very many people residing in Medina who cannot meet their basic needs. And I have instead used your money to alleviate some of the suffering of the inhabitants of Medina. In return, I guarantee you this property in paradise. So the person happily takes his letter, goes to his home, and tells his family that when I pass away, please ensure to bury this title deed with me in my grave. Long story short, this person passes away, and his family members do as they were instructed. They close the title deed and bury it with this person. The following day, when the family now goes to visit this deceased, they find the title deed seated on the top of the grave, with this particular writing which reads, Wafa li wallah Ja'far ibn Muhammad as-Sadiq bima qal. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. That whatever Ja'far ibn Muhammad had promised me with all the descriptions, he has certainly fulfilled his promise. My respected brothers and sisters, we have this opportunity today, inshallah, from where we are seated, and inshallah, throughout the course of this program, to also alleviate the suffering of many of our brothers and sisters. For some of you, I'm sure these are close family members as well. And inshallah, the reality of charity is the reality of buying a house for those who actually need it. Inshallah, the reality of it is we will also be guaranteed a house with such holy, noble borders with the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala.
Jazakallah khair al-jazaa, Sheikh Muhammad Abbas Verji, for those insightful words. And I think if I were to take something from what you mentioned, was the lack of complaint from the companion of Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq, which goes to show to be a companion of an Imam is to be someone that is not attached to what we call dunya. We might have, but the dunya should never own us. So it was a beautiful, beautiful reminder. We will now take a short break as mains will start to be served. So please enjoy your dinner/lunch, wherever you're up to in your day, and we'll resume shortly. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. I say this from my heart that I honestly respect the amount of people that are here and have attended, because the words, although Julie was very sincere, Haji Julie, with what she said about me, I think a lot of coercion took place to bring me from my home, because no one wants to leave their home. Their home is, as Robert Frost put it, the home is where you go, and when you get there, they have to let you in. Your home is your safe zone. That's why the final mat that the batter slides towards is the home base, because there he has safety. No one can tag him anymore, and no one can take them out. During this time, in the safety and the security of our homes, we witnessed thousands upon thousands being displaced from their homes. One of the titles we give Imam Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam, we call him Al-Gharib. Why is he a Gharib? Because he's a stranger from his home. He's been displaced from his home, forced to remain in a place away from his home. And what we have is an opportunity here to bring people back to their homes. Now, this is going to take time. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, it's gradual. And this is what will take place. These are some of the steps as we begin to rebuilding the homes. As you see, the enemy has indiscriminately killed, but also has indiscriminately destroyed homes. And you see the whole south of Lebanon, the villages there have been dealt with extreme prejudice, absolutely destroyed. And what we plan to do in this movement forward is help people return to their homes. Because in their homes, they will feel that same safety and that homeliness that we enjoy. And inshallah, we never experience such a thing. You know, sometimes people may tell you, if you are suffering from what I suffer, then you understand. On the contrary, may you never suffer from what they suffer. As it is, alhamdulillah, and you see all the young and youthful and vibrant faces out there around, and I'm not using any hyperbole, I say this with sincerity, because over the past year I've seen generosity from our community. So much generosity, honestly, one person I was sending money to, he told me, someone sent me a great amount last week, so I don't need any right now. It got to that point where you started cross-sending with people. So the help from our community has been amazing at this time. But we continue to endeavor, because it's never enough. Because firstly, we are showing the people that we are all one. As a body, the whole Muslim community is one. And secondly, we show those that defiantly attack and kill us that we are resilient, that we get knocked to the ground, but we always stand up. We get back on our feet and we're ready to go again. And at this time, the project, inshallah, and because there's a lot of points I wanted to mention also, that Brother Sheikh Muhammad Abbas Virji spoke a very important point about the people of Mecca, which was one of the points I wanted to talk about, but alhamdulillah, he covered it very well, where he said that these people that gave for Mecca, they weren't people that were giving extravagantly in words that they had all this money. وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ. When they used to give, وَيُؤْثِرُونَ الْإِيثَار is what? It's when you're giving, وَلَوْ كَانُوا بِخَصَاصَةٍ. وَلَوْ كَانُوا بِخَصَاصَةٍ means that they themselves were in privation. They themselves are in need. So basically, the people that were giving in Medina to the people of Mecca, they gave of what they needed themselves. And some people today do that. Rather than do some things that they wish to do, they are giving in this case. But alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Allah Azza wa Jal has vastly given us, especially in this country, our sustenance and our ability to acquire money. It means, if you look at the way we actually live, I speak about myself, we feel very needless in this world, and especially in this country. I don't want to dwell too much on the point. I'm going to call Brother Haj Abbas so we can discuss what it is. Please welcome in the Salat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Were you going to be introduced and I killed your introduction? Well, did you want to do that? Okay, let Sister Julie. Do I have to stay? That's why. Sorry, I wanted to cut it short because I get bored of my own voice. So I'm sure you guys are suffering too.
I think Brother Abbas's prayer was coming true, and then I just intervened because he doesn't like to be recognized. But I don't feel just to be able to bring him onto the stage without actually acknowledging his efforts. So I will just make mention that I know we've just had a great dinner, but I also know none of us came for the dinner. We all came for something more. I'm actually going to get rid of the script. This was straight from the heart. I've had the honor and privilege of working with Brother Abbas. That I once heard Brother Muhammad Abbas Verji call him uncle, and I got very jealous, so I like to call him Uncle Abbas now. And I've worked with so many people across the community. Some of us aim according to our capacity, and some of us aim big. You never get a phone call from Uncle Abbas for a small plan. It's always something major. Cancel your flights, cancel your plans, we're going to do this major thing. Initially, it sounds like it's just impossible. How is that even going to happen? But it doesn't just happen. It's so much hard work. It's so much dedication. But above all, it's so much faith. The faith he has in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make events like today possible, to rebuild entire cities. You can only do that when you're dependent upon the ultimate one and the greatest one. So on that note, I'd now like to welcome Brother Abbas with 3 loud salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I've known this young man, because to me he's young, since he was about this high. And he's been the cheekiest person that I know that can make fun of me and get away with it. Because what am I going to do back to him? You know, it's not his size that I'm talking about either, with all respect. I can say that to him. He knows me pretty well. To Sister Julie, thank you very much for your kind words. It's a team effort. Let me remind you, this is a team effort. Nothing happens without amazing people behind us. To see 420 odd people, and on that note, I need to firstly give my sincere apologies, and I take full responsibility for some of the seating being messed up. And to the people who rang me at 3 o'clock and at 2 o'clock and at 4 o'clock for seats, we did fit you in, but unfortunately, I didn't keep an Excel spreadsheet in correct order. I'll have to go back and learn how to do that. So my sincere apologies first and foremost to anyone who's sitting in the wrong seats or been inconvenienced. I apologize for that error, and it is my error. Thank you very much. I appreciate those kind words. If you remember, it was only in February, seems like a year ago or more, it is almost a year ago, we gathered at the Sydney Cricket Ground to raise money for Gaza. It's becoming very painful that every time we stand here to meet each other, we're raising money for a difficult situation. Before February, the year before that, I don't remember the exact date, we were in this room. We raised money to build 400 houses in Pakistan. Some of you were here. Before that, we did an SCG fundraiser for Project Lebanon, and we built the school. You would have seen the video there. It's every time we meet, we seem to be having to dig deep to help those who don't have. For those who understand what I'm going to say, and today is also the day of Banin. You all know who she is, or most of you. And to those who don't, I'm happy to explain after this. She gave everything for her faith. Everything for her faith. As Sheikh Muhammad Abbas Virji said, and if my late mother was here, she said, if you make a wish that it is on her behalf, your wish comes true. So I stand before you, all of you, with a wish in my heart that on the love of Banin and through to our Imams and our Almighty God, that our dream that we have, you are going to be able to make come true. But it's a big, big task today. This is not a small task. The whole idea of what we're about to show you today is because of two people. The event that you see in front of you here, with all of you here, is because of Haj Mufid Mehdi, who made me, he rang me, and literally he's my elder brother, although he's younger than me, and said, we need to do something. And then my older brother, Brother Salim, took me for lunch, and he says, what are we doing? So what we're doing is his idea. But just to give a side note, he then paid for lunch. He said, no, you can't pay for lunch because you will say that you paid for the lunch. So he even paid for lunch for that day. So these are the great people we have here, but without them, we really are lost because these are the foundations that lift us. I will call Brother Reza Lagai to join me here because I'll need his help. So today we're going to do something a little bit complicated. We are trying to build 100 temporary houses on the frontline areas of Lebanon. I have been to Beit Leaf. I have been to Nabatia. I have driven past Yarun. I know Aite Yarun. You may be wondering, why is this Indian-looking guy know about Lebanon? I've been there. When I came to this country in 1974, that's all I knew was Lebanese people. So, with the heart of everyone here who are not Lebanese today, we are Lebanese in our heart with you. And I need your help today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to attempt, and I have an offer from a charity in England that if we reach 100 houses, they're going to do 200 houses. So that's total 300 houses. We need to get to 100. Each house, I don't know if Brother Abbas Reza has put up on the screen a spreadsheet. Each house, don't fall off your chairs, there's a way to do this, and you're going to have to trust me, we'll get there. Each house is 12,000 Australian dollars. But you do not have to pay the 12,000 up front. For those who can, yes, please do so. We will take installments, and unlike your mortgages for your houses, it's interest-free. We will take monthly payments to get there. But I also ask you, not everybody is able at the moment. Things are a bit tough. Our young people have mortgages. Some of them want to get married. Everyone has got, I love it when a young person comes to me, Uncle Abbas, life is difficult. I ain't not married yet. Anyway. So for the younger people, you can make a group of 10. And if each person gives $100 times 10, that's 1,000 times 12 months, it's $12,000. $100 a month is basically 4 hours of minimum work wage rate in Australia, which is roughly $25 per hour. So I've narrowed it down, right down to that for you, for all of you who are able to do this. So I don't know what's on the slide because I can't see what's behind me, but these are temporary houses. They'll be put there for as long as the family needs. Then they will be moved to, as they go. The houses are being sourced from Jordan. We've looked at China, Jordan, and lots of places. The reason for Jordan, because we can truck them in ready and we can put them in. We have a committee, and one of the committee members not here is Ali Murad from OS Civil, and Brother Salim, and Muhammad Hussein Bayat, who is in Germany, is flying to Jordan to inspect. And by January, end of January, we will be starting to install these houses. They're not a house that we call a house in this country. Some of these houses are not as big as our lounge rooms, but it's shelter for those people who have lost everything. So, how are we going to do this? So, I want to explain you why I have this olive tree here. This olive tree is actually the Suri version of olive tree, which is the first version of olive trees. It's from Queensland. The person is a doctor in horticulture. He found the tree, grew the tree, and got it to me here in time. Every time you either commit to a house, you get an olive tree to plant in your backyard to remind you of the house. I think the saying, and Sheikh Muhammad will correct me, goes that a man who plants a tree that he will not enjoy the shade, he has learned what humanity is. You are planting not a tree, you're planting a house. Okay? So, the way we're going to do it is you can pay monthly or you can pay upfront. That's your choice. Inshallah, some of you can do upfront. But we're going to take bids on a monthly basis. So give me an example. If you are going to bid $1,000, that would mean $12,000 over 12 months. Make sense? Everyone understand? If you bid $100, that's $1,200, that's part of a house. That's fine as well. We will take whatever we can do together, we will group and count the houses together. Okay. So, what we're going to do with house number 1, or auction number 1, and if you bid for 2 houses, 3 houses, 5 houses, and inshallah we get to 10 houses for someone, we get 10 olive trees. So I'm not trying to discount the olive trees for you. All right? I will make sure you get an olive tree. So if I can have a handheld mic, because it's not here, because then I can move around a little bit. Is there a spare handheld mic? Gentleman at the back. They're looking for a handheld mic. Anyone with a handheld mic? Here we go. Sorry? No, that's one. I need a second one, please. Ah, sorry. Reza, you didn't see it. Okay. Okay. So, is the pictures, if you don't mind, I'm going to come down there. All right, can we have all right. What we're going to do is the first bid, and we're going to trial it and see how we go. What you're bidding is a monthly commitment, of which you can pay all in full. That's fine. Even if you bid 1 and that's 12,000, you can pay the 12,000. We'd appreciate that because we are footing the monthly payments, all right? So please be free. Can I ask for an opening bid on a monthly payment, please, from anyone in the room? An opening bid. Sorry, I have one at the back. 100. 1,000, thank you. That's 1,000. Can I have anyone to go to more than $1,000 for a month? Do I have more than 1,000? Anyone else put your hand up at more than 1,000? So we're going to give the first one easy at $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. Do I have 1,200? Any amount after that? It's a big amount, I understand. It's going to be very embarrassing if I only get one house away. So please dig deep, think deep. Let's try and work on this. Do I have anyone willing to push it to 2? 2 houses. Anyone want to put 2? This room is very different to what we had before. All given a lot, but I need your help here. You can group together on a table. Do we have 1? we have 1. Do we have 2? Anyone at 2? $2,000 for a house. 2. I will commit 2. I'm at 2. Anyone else going to get me to 3? We are at 3,000. Anyone want to take? Sorry, how much is that? Sorry. So I can't hear you, sorry. The full house. All right, I'll come back to you because we're at 2,000 at the moment. It's 2 houses. Okay, we'll come back to you. All right, do we have 3? Anyone at 3? Anyone at 3 going once? I have 3,000, and there's no dummy bidders here. I know who they are. There's 3,000. That's 3,000. Please, Abbas, if you can adjust 3,000 times 12 is 36,000. Thank you. First bid is 36,000. Do I have 4? Anyone want to push it to 4? Anyone at 4? Sorry, I'm getting signals, but no one's explaining. He's not yet. He hasn't finished yet. Wait. He's only at 3. He'll go higher at least, I'm sure. Sorry? Okay, hold your hand up. I'm at the moment, I'm at 3. I'm going to come back to 1. Just bear with me, all right? Just bear with me. I want to see, I get the highest one first, okay? Bear with me. Thank you. 3. Do I get to 4? You can group together with your family members and you can get to 4. Anyone at 4? Anyone at 4? I give 3 at once. 3 twice. No one's going to go higher than 3. Anyone at 3? I have 4. I have 4,000. We're at 48,000 for the first one. We're at 48,000 for the first one. Very quiet, but we're getting it. Do I have 4.5 or 5? Anyone to call 4.5 or 5? Thank you very much. We are at 5. 5,000. That's 60,000 over 12 months. It's 5 houses. We're at 5,000. Anyone want to go 5? We're at, 6. 6 times 72. That's a wonderful number if you want to get to 6. We're at 5. 5 going once. 5 going twice. I'm going to hold it there for a minute with 5, and we will match 5. Do I have a matching 5? They're grouping together for 5. We have a matching 5. We've got a matching 5. Okay, so we have 2 lots of 5. We have 1 5 going once. Anyone want to take it to 6? 6 going once. 5 going once. 5 going twice. 5 going 3 times. Thank you very much, Brother Salim. It's $5,000 and $5,000 at the back. Thank you very much. Wow. So how much is that? That's 10 houses, $120,000. It's going to take a long time. The security guards, you can see them. They're at the doors. No one leaves the room. I know that everyone in this room has given so much money to the people from Lebanon. I know you're helping your family. Let me assure you that these houses are going to the areas of South Lebanon. Okay? I will assure you, we have people from your community who's going to be reporting to us to make sure this works. All right, let's start. Let's start from the bottom again. Let's start from 1,000 again. Do I have someone willing to do 1,000 per month or 12,000? All right, keep your hands up if you're at 1,000 a month. Do I have anyone, and please don't drop your hands. Actually, just wait, bear with me. Do I have anyone who is at 2,000 a month? 2,000 a month. That's 24,000. If you're driving a Range Rover or a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW, that's your lease per month. I know everyone's car in the car park. I know your number plates. We're at 2. Thank you. We're at 2,000 a month. Do I hear 3? Do I hear 3? Everything's been on this side of the room. I'm coming to this side. Maybe you want to see me closer. Do I hear 3? We're at 3, 2,000 a month. Do I hear 3? Should I close it at 2? Oh, come on, someone can join him and make it 3 on his table or any other table. We're at 2. 2 going once. 2 going twice. That's 2. Thank you very much, brother. That's 2. So we're up to 12 houses. 88 to go. We're not leaving this room. All right. What we'll do now, how many of you had 1 house? Your hand for 1 house. Just put your hand straight up.
Don't be shy.
Reza, all yours. Firstly, can I have that first one?
Yes, that's yours. Haj Abbas, can I say something before we continue?
I'll get you 5 of these. All right, 1 second. I'll give you the water as well, I promise you.
Can I say something before we continue? Someone earlier today came up to me and said, why is today significant? I said, because for the first time in 30 years I've been in Australia, I have seen the Muslim community, those who love Ahlul Bayt, give their allegiance to Imam Mahdi, Ajal Ta'ala Hajj Sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So they asked, how do you give your allegiance? By attending. I said, because his father, Ali ibn Abi Talib, and his mother, Fatima Zahra, they gave everything for the poor and needy. And Imam Mahdi said, those who give and help the orphan, the needy, I put my hand on their head. By attending today, you've already given your allegiance to your present Imam. By giving and digging deep, you are doing the action of what Fatima and Imam Ali alayhi salam did, and pleasing the heart of Imam Mahdi. Remember, one day, all of us in this room will not be here, we'll be dead. We've got no formalities here. And then we're all going to say that, I wish I gave more when I was alive. I only knew what I can see now. We all heard the story of the date where the Prophet went in and said, if only this date was given when he was alive, will be worth more than all this date that he's given right now that he's passed away. And put ourselves in the shoe of that child, that mother, that father in Lebanon, on the other side of the world, saying, I wish those brothers in Australia actually dig deep because we're in trouble. Put yourself in their shoes, inshallah.
Before Sheikh says anything, it's tax deductible. Every dollar you give is tax deductible. I've just been reminded by Brother Bakr. Sheikh, did you want to say anything right now or continue first? It should continue. All right. You have 1,000 a month. Can I have my mic back? 1,000 a month. Please keep your hand up for me, please. Keep your hand up. Keep your hand up, please. 1,000 a month. While the 1,000 a month, you're getting the documents to fill in. I want to say on behalf of the Imam Hassan Madrasa School, there is one house there for $12,000. They're raising the money for their... They're very young kids. They had a fundraiser 2-3 weeks ago, and they raised some of the money already. So that's one. So we put up one there. I know you. You get 20,000 a month. One day.
Inshallah. We'll take a house.
Thank you. One, just keep your hand up there. Thank you. And you know, not only are the guys giving a house, they've been one of the sponsors here as well. So they've already given a house before they've ended here. Please, one loud salawat for all our sponsors and everyone here who's come here. For Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I have Brother Hussein Rahimi. You're going to make me walk all the day. I know you're not feeling well, and I appreciate you coming all this way. I have to walk to him because he's not well, and I picked up his seat as well. So I will come here. Brother.
Imam Ali Center, we are located in Kemps Creek and Guildford both. Running center at the moment is 322 Railway Terrace, Guildford.
Ali Center, it's every center out there as well. Brother, right, one second.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Abbas. Just on behalf of Ar-Rahman College, the school board, students and staff, we'd like to pledge 2 houses, inshallah.
Please, one word for Ar-Rahman College, and I thank them for all their effort to get this together. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Okay, how many houses have we reached? Sorry, is everyone who's got one got a piece of paper? If you still have a house, everyone who put their hand up for one house got their piece of paper. Okay. Would you like, I think Ihoza had one.
I'll let you say that. On behalf of Ihoza, which is Electronic Hoza, with Sister Julie, who was on the stage today. She's one of the Ihoza students and graduated students, and Dr. Ali Al-Samail. Ihoza is sponsoring one into our house, inshallah. Hajj Ali Sharif.
So we have one house there. Please call there. Keep your hand up if you had one, please. Let's know who's done it here. Sorry. One, I'm coming there. I can't hear them. 1 second. I'm coming to this table because I know this gentleman. He loves food just like I do, which is good. Sorry, did you want to say something? Okay.
Inshallah, Imam Hussein Islamic Center is committing to one house.
Thank you very much. Abbas, how much are we up to? 16. It can't be 16. You've missed a few. I've had more than that once. Doctor, do you want to say something? Put your hand up. Someone put their hand up.
One.
No, someone has to say it.
One house on behalf of me and one house from my wife Rachel. And one house from my sister-in-law Silvana Bejun.
That's 3 houses from table 22. Please, one loud salawat. For Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. The kids have also donated here, so it's wonderful to see all the kids from all the places digging deep as well. Thank you very, very much. Who else had one house? I've got a deal for you. If you can get me to 50, I can find a way to the rest. Get me to 50. All right? Hang on. I know this guy when he was skinny and small, and he'd stand up, please. And he didn't look this big. But one person, even though he's that big, I can still boss him around.
Salam Abbas. Uncle Aurora Soccer Club would like to donate 2 houses.
Uncle Aurora will be in the A-League one day very soon. One loud salawat. Per Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Go and do that one. What? Call out. Sorry, you want to go?
Brother Muhammad Tajrishi, one house.
Thank you very, very much. My mother-in-law, I've counted you already, but thank you. All right? I already took liberties on yours and said yes. Thank you very much. How many houses are we at? Abbas? 21? 21 times 12. Can anyone tell me how much that is? Sorry, how come you guys are missing all these people here? Come on. Abbas, Reza, work on this side. Brother Hassan Awada, who has been helping me and giving me advice.
It's not me, it's my table altogether. We're doing 4 houses.
Alhamdulillah, subhanallah. Can I ask all the names? Can you stand up? Listen, you've been a counselor. You like attention. Please stand. No. Come on, you got to stand up. Make him stand up. Please make him stand up. Stand up, please. Please stand up. Wait. No. I need you to say something for me. Can you please tell us your whole table?
Okay.
Not you. We know who you are.
All right. Mahmoud Bazzi, stand up. That's okay. Haj Hassan Kawtharani, and Haj Ali Muhanna, and myself.
No, not even. That's $48,000, 4 houses. Thank you very, very much. One loud salawat. Someone else had a hand up. Sorry. Who was it?
That's 5 houses?
Who's this?
Are you saying 5 houses?
Hajj? Sean Connery, you're in-house. This man looks like, this man is Sean Connery for me. Please, can we stand up? Come on, yeah, we need to stand up.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. What are you donating?
30 years ago, this young man adopted me as his older brother. He doesn't have a biological brother, neither do I. So whatever I tell him, he has to listen to me. 99% of the time, he doesn't.
The second ones are in trouble. We have one house from you.
Inshallah, yeah. Family Bahsoon, we have one house in Inshallah.
One house on the behalf of family of Basoon. I'm coming back there. 1 second. I have people over here. Reza, where's Reza?
Haj Abbas, one from Cyber Matters and one from one group? Yes. Yes. If you can, brother, stand up so they can give you just one there and one there.
Okay. Abbas, Reza, how much are we up to? You're making me work hard here.
Anything from Queensland?
I can't see.
One house. Okay.
Sorry, are you telling me we're at 42 houses? Is that correct? That's $504,000. Just please check your numbers. Because even I stunned. Thank you. All right. Tariq, I know you're here. But I'm going to... Is that okay? Yeah? No. All right. I'm not going to... I know. I know Haj Fawzi. Everyone in this room knows Haj Fawzi. This man has been an inspiration. This is the man who took me to Lebanon in 2019 and made me fall in love with Lebanon. It's his fault. But man, I love that country, and I really appreciate the way he looked after me. And everything that we did in Lebanon, as my daughter would say, whenever we saw something, this is Lebanon, because there were some weird things going on the road driving. I really appreciate it.
Last salawat for the well-being of Haj Fawzi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
No worries. Yeah, on behalf of actually our mother that passed away a few years ago, Maria Hajjat Hama, we said for the Hajazi Jubaili family, so one house, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Sister Mariam, please, can I request one? Not only Sister Mariam, your loved one, and all the heroes that we've lost. Ali Muhammad Salawat.
Haj Abbas, this table, they flew from Queensland Youth, and they're sponsoring one house.
Is it? Well, make them stand up and say something.
There you go.
All the way from Queensland, they've flown in, they paid for their tickets, they've bought the tickets, they're here. And on behalf of the Queensland Youth,
one house, inshallah.
One house. One louder salawat for them, please. Is it on his count or your count? Because then I have to tip him. I don't want to do that, because I want to get more out of him. I can't you're right, I can discount, but the discount here works by going higher, because then I can add solar heating and solar power, or we stop at the house. Water's coming soon.
Adnan Harab, one house.
Thank you very much, brother. One loud, please. Come on, one loud salawat. I forgot me. Yes. By the way, while we are here, I need to, on behalf of Ali Murad from OSCVille, he has donated one house. He mentioned that to me already. Don't add it to that list, because I think they've added that on the other list. Thank you.
My brother, who's in Karbala right now, has just pledged one house. Who is my brother in Karbala? They need to know who my brother is in Karbala? No, but... Oh, with me? Oh, no, it's okay. Well, it's my brother Muhammad Nazar, so he's in Karbala right now, and he's just called in and passed the message that he would like to put one house, but can we add another 3 houses on top of that? We'll make it 4 houses.
3 houses from Haj Muhammad Nazar and his family. Sorry, 1 from Haj Muhammad Nazar, right? And 3 from the Nazar family. Correct, that's 4 houses. Subhanallah, one loud salawat, please. From Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Salli ala Muhammad. Just, have we added that 4? Please. Thank you very much. The Nazar family has always stood on every event that we do. They always do and come through on it for us. Is that 48 houses correct? All right, we're at 576,000. Yes, sorry, brothers. One second. Come on, man. You got to stand up. No.
Ali, can we get a, Hussein, can we get a paper here? Ali
Okay, can I have a form here? One house, please.
One form here as well.
Yeah, we're 50. We need to go. Okay, 50. Okay, we need 50.
Just the brother over there.
Yeah, thank you very much, brother.
Okay,
have I missed anyone at $1,000?
Yep.
Have I missed anyone at $1,000? Yes, sorry. Reza, can you grab that one? I know that, sorry. Bakr, Brother Fadi. Brother Fadi, who organized 6 tables, came there. Brother Fadi, would like to say a few words, please, because you have been my psychologist for the last 2 weeks. And this man has taken my phone calls. We need to do this and do that, and there's some others that I'll also announce that are very good psychologists.
What am I saying here now?
You put your hand up, please. You said 10 houses, right?
No, 10.
Sorry, what did you say?
I
saw his hand up.
I totally forgot what you were talking about, Haj.
What were you saying?
Look, just one house on behalf of Test Point. Thank you very much.
Test Point to one house, sponsor in one house. Now, everyone here, we're expecting you to be 12-month payments, but if you pay it all at front, sorry, there's no discount. Okay, have I got everyone at 1,000? Sir, yes, brother. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum on behalf of Al Mahdi Mosque, one house, inshallah.
Of Al Mahdi Mosque in Campbelltown, the Afghani community are facing their own in their own country, and they've stepped up today. People in unit, please loud salawat, and don't forget our Afghani brothers and sisters from Wali Muhammad salawat. Okay, where are we up to? Anyone else? $1,000? Anybody? We're done. Okay, let's be fair. As I said, okay, anyone going? Everyone's scared to put their hands up now. Why is that? Oh, there's a hand of a child. Do I take that? No. All right. Now let's do it backward. Let's start again. Can I get anyone at $500 for a house? And you don't have to pay the whole house. Oh, by the way, every house will name of whoever you would like on that house. Your loved one or your company, whatever you would like will be on that house. Okay? Can I get anyone? Let's start at 100, or let's start at 500. Anyone at $500? That will be part house. That will be a part house, but we'll group it with another part house. Anyone at 500? Thank you. Sorry. Thank you very much, brother. 2,000 for the total or per month? Total, thank you. Okay, 2,000 total upfront. Thank you. That's fine. We will take an upfront amount as well. Whatever it is upfront, if we can put the QR code is on the screen, please, Abat. Don't lose that screen as well. I need that screen. Just to let you know, brothers and sisters, we're at 636,000. And I have, if you can get me a little bit further, amazing news for you. I promise you, I'm not lying. I have got amazing news if you get me a little bit further. Okay, we're at 500 a month, 400 a month, 300 a month, 200 a month, 100 a month. Anybody for 100 a month? Okay, keep your hand up, please. Thank you very much. Every dollar is as sweet as every other dollar. Remember that. For those who are paying and want to prepay the whole amount, you can use that QR code. Just put your, on the comment, please put your family name clearly for us there. Okay. Anybody else want to give any amount whatsoever, you can call it out to our children. If you want to donate 20 per month. Okay. Any other offers you can put? Sir, we have. Okay. Abbas, can you put it back up on that last amount? Okay. I need to see.
Abbas?
Yes, please. I need, if Ali Abbas can just come forward for me while Reza speaks.
Some kids are asking if it's $50 a month, can they put their hand up or
They
not?
can put $50 a month, they can do it. Especially if the dads are your credit card, I'll take anything. All right. Where's Ali Abbas, please? If I can see Ali Abbas for 1 second, please.
Okay, so that's one child there, $50 a month. Any other child, $50 a month? I don't adopt any children either, just the one I have. Anyone else? Speak to your parents for consent. Mason, is that your son putting his hand up? No? That's not, okay.
All right. Sorry, we have hands up. See, if we have missed you already,
Yes, okay,
thank you.
2 kids, $50 a month.
Thank you very much.
We have to teach our kids from a young age from
I
now.
can also call Sister Julie Karaki to come forward, please. Okay.
Any other kids, $50 a month?
All right. What we'll do, we've finish up now and have desserts, and desserts will be served, so the timing's been perfect. I'll call Sister Julie Karaki to come and say a few words and call for the closing speeches from our sheikhs. And then we will give you the total because they're tallying up what we've also in our bank account. So just bear with us and we'll come back to you. That's an amazing number. That's 606,000 sisters in Lebanon. It's the smallest little thing we can do. So please, thank you from the bottom of my heart. When we have the full numbers, I'll come back up and tell you. Please.
Okay, I think it's only befitting after such an incredible fundraiser that we really elevate the spirit in this room with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you very dearly for the generosity this room has shown us. I personally wasn't surprised, and I think this is exactly what is expected from such a humble, caring, and empathetic community, mashallah. Jazakum Allah khair al-jaza. And inshallah, as you, I don't think I've got the audience or the attention of the room, so maybe we'll try one more salawat and then bring our attention back if we can. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. While you're enjoying your dessert, we have a special guest that would like to offer some words of thanks on behalf of the South Lebanese community. Once he finishes, please don't leave, because there's a nice aspect of the ceremony that will be concluded by Brother Abbas. But on that note, I'd like to welcome Sheikh Adam Awada to just offer some words of thanks on behalf of the Lebanese community. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وأعز المرسلين وحبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين سيما بقية الله روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And once again, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Lebanese community in Australia. Brothers and sisters from Pakistan, from Afghanistan, from Iraq, from Iran, Shia brothers and sisters from all corners of the globe, for sharing, for caring, and for feeling with us. Through thick and through thin, we felt you were all there. There's a story of a group of scholars who sat together speaking about deen and dunya, about this world, about society, about religion. And then they asked a question, and often we see this question on social media: if you had superpowers, what would you do? Often we see if you could delete someone off the universe, off the face of the planet, who would it be? And each one of these scholars gave their own opinion. Each one of these scholars gave their own peace of mind, until it came to the grand scholar, the greatest scholar, the most knowledgeable, the most learned. He said, what would I do differently than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done? If I had superpowers, if I had Ismullah al-A'zam, there is nothing I would do differently than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done. These trials, these tribulations, these times of hardships that my people are going through, we say nothing but Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We are content. We are happy. We are pleased with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us in this world, and what He will reward us in the hereafter. Now I know the community, and I was asked to speak in Arabic actually, I just remembered now. I know the community is worn out from giving. I know there's fundraiser after fundraiser, event after event, brothers and sisters, different organizations, different groups, different masajid, and I know, and we still managed to raise, oh there go the screens. We still managed to raise $660,000, I think. And I know there is another organization overseas who's willing to double that. It's generosity. لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه المؤمن ما يحب لنفسه. You are not considered a believer until you give to others that which you love, not which is left over. Not what I have, as they said earlier, the brother, one of the sheikhs, I'm not sure who, the surplus, what's left over, no. It's when I'm in need. And I think it's about time that we, the Shia of Sydney, suffer a little bit, so that we can lift the suffering of others. Thank you very much for everything you have done. Thank you very much for attending. Your support, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Your support And this sadaqah, this charity, this giving is felt where it's needed most. When the entire planet turned their back against us, you had our back. When the entire planet agreed unanimously to oppress us, you had our back. You were there for us. Honestly, there's nothing I can say. جزاكم الله خير الجزاء جزاء المحسنين. أشكركم جميعا جزيل الشكر على حضوركم. طلب مني أن أتكلم للحظات قليلة باللغة العربية حتى إذا كان هناك من لا يتكلم أو لا يفهم اللغة الإنجليزية وأني أشك كي تصل إليه الرسالة باسمي وباسم الجالية اللبنانية الشيعية في أستراليا. أشكركم جميعا. أشكركم على حضوركم، على وقوفكم، على مساندتكم، على حرصكم على أخوتكم اللبنانيين. باسم شيعة أستراليا أشكركم على عطائكم، على بذلكم، على دعائكم، على مساندتكم لنا. لا يوجد ما هنا أو ما هناك من عبارات تسعفني لأعبر عن ما جزيل الشكر والامتنان الذي نشعر به تجاهكم، ولكننا نقول لكم بأننا واحد، ومصيبتنا واحدة، وجرحنا واحد، وألمنا واحد. نحن وإياكم صفا إلى صف وجنبا إلى جنب، كما قال إمامنا الصادق عليه السلام، كالبنيان المرصوص. بيض الله وجوهكم، جزاكم الله خير الجزاء. باللبناني صحتين وهنا على طعامكم، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you very much, Sheikh Adam, for those nice words of thanks, and I think he's summed it up very beautifully. Before I call Brother Abbas back onto the stage, I wanted to make a very quick mention of a point he alluded to earlier when the images of the houses came up on the screen. And he mentioned that the house isn't really that big or grand. In fact, it's probably the size of one of our living rooms. In my recent trip to South Lebanon, I can very much echo those words. And some of the houses that we did go to, the toilets were still outside of the building. The kitchens were anything just kind of like a bench. But it completely didn't faze the people of Lebanon. One particular house that I went into really stuck with me, and I had this deep sense of guilt that I have this beautiful kitchen and this person is kind of almost cooking on the ground. And so when I returned to Lebanon, we organized some funds and sent it to this woman, older lady in the village, and she didn't find it befitting to use that money on herself for her home, but rather she used it to help other causes. So subhanAllah, it's almost as though these people of the South view South Lebanon as their home, and their homes may be mere rooms within the grand home. So I'm just having this moment of reflection that when these homes get delivered, what a feeling it will be to these people that haven't known a house with four walls as we do. And when they're asked, who are the people that, have gifted this? The response will be your brothers and sisters from Australia. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, Jazakumullah khairul jaza. Thank you for your presence, for your attendance, and most importantly, thank you for lending me your ears. On that note, to close the ceremony, please welcome Brother Abbas with Salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad.
Okay, while you're enjoying your dessert, I'll just give you some quick announcements. One thing, just bear with me. I know you're all excited. Bear with me 1 second. When we finish the dessert, we're going to head downstairs and we can go all the way down onto the ground, especially for our sponsors to take photos, but we'd love some family photos there as well. I'd also like to call up Hajj Mufid, Sheikh Muhammad Mehdi, Brother Salim Bashir, Brother Bakir Raza, where is he? He's up there, please. If they can please come up on the stage. Of course, we can also call Sheikh Adam Awada to please come up on stage. Is there any Sheikh I'm missing? Dr. Ali is not here. Sheikh, please, if you could join us. Please, all of you come up. Okay. Okay, where's Reza Legai? Reza Legai, where are you, Reza? Yes, everyone's waiting so we can make this announcement. Okay. Brothers and sisters, one loud salawat. For Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Muhammad. I promise you this is the last thing. Bring him up here. Go and grab him, somebody, and bring him here, please. Okay? Please grab him there. From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank a lot of people who have worked behind the scenes, who give me the room to be able to stand here. And let me tell you, every person up here has either counseled me, spoke to me, given me ideas, spent a lot of time on the phones with me, and I appreciate every little bit of help, and it can't be done with them. But I'd like to also thank the directors and the trustees of the Imam Hassan Foundation who are overseas today, a lot of them, but they made sure that this goes ahead. They took a risk to make sure this goes ahead. They made sure we committed to making this happen. So does everyone want to know what the final figure is? Okay, I can't hear you. Does everyone want to know the final figure? So before we arrived at the event today, from the sponsors, from the ticket sales, we were around $370,000. And I'm not sure what screen they've put there, but my brothers and sisters, for the first time at a charity event that I'm at, you have broken $1 million. I'm getting WhatsApp messages for something, just bear with me. Okay, I haven't got anything else there. Am I missing something, WhatsApp message? Anyway, I'll get to the WhatsApp message in a minute. I need a favor from you today. Today, as a Muslim community and our non-Muslim friends who are here with us, we have made a fundraising of $1 million+. I would like you to take a photograph, which they're going to put up on the screen, which they've quickly edited. I want you to take that photo and I want you to share it with everyone on your contact list. Because give them the opportunity till this evening to also contribute. We are not at the 1.2 million that we need. We're still short, and every dollar counts. I need a favor from you. Take the photo, share it with everyone, stand here, take a selfie, especially our prominent people, please. You know, the ones who are the influencers on Facebook and on Instagram. I have no idea what that is. Please, please, from the bottom of my head, share it. But inshallah, may Almighty God, and please remember, as I said, when you make a wish on Ummul Baneen, it always comes true. Who would have thought we'd reach $1 million? So with that, I thank you on behalf of everyone here. I ask for one loud salawat, and when you finish dessert, please join us downstairs on the lifts. Use the lifts to come downstairs, and we'll see you on the ground. Please, please, we need those funds, monthly commitments. We will call you. Please make sure you help us. We need this paid and to get done. For Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Muhammad. Yes. Yes, there's also going to be the olive trees outside. Sheikh Muhammad, before you go, I'll just wait, come back 1 second. This man gives me a really tough time, but I'm going to ask him to finish and close the meeting. One thing, for everyone who bought a house, paid a house, please take an olive tree. If you miss one, we'll send you another one. I'll finish with dua hujjah from my Sheikh Muhammad Mehdi to please recite dua faraj, and we'll finish with there.
What do I have to recite? What did you want me to recite? Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Okay, we're just going to read dua for Imam Al-Hujjat ibn Al-Hassan Al-Mahdi, because no event's complete without remembering our Imam. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين، وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات وإلى أرواح موتانا جميعا، ولقضاء الحوائج وقبول الأعمال وشفاء المرضى وغفران الذنوب وتعجيل الفرج وحسن العاقبة. رحم الله من قرأ سورة المباركة الفاتحة مع الصلوات.
Brothers and sisters, you're welcome to take your time finishing your dessert. There are olive trees at the front of the hall and also outside in the foyer, so feel free to grab one from wherever's more convenient. And when you are finished, you're welcome to go down onto the field. Take the lift to one level below ground floor.